Hello, welcome to another assembly. Thank you again for joining me today. Firstly, I would love to say happy birthday to Florence, to Darcy, to Nicholas and to Letty. You're all having a birthday this week. I hope you have a brilliant time with your family at home. I would also like to say, please look out for some information in the newsletter that should have been sent today from the RNLI. Now, the RNLI every year work exceptionally hard to keep us all safe whenever we're in or near the water. As you might know, this year there aren't so many of the amazing RNLI lifeguards around. So it's really, really important that we all work together to keep ourselves safe. Have a look at the RNLI resources with your parents at home if you can, and have some conversations with them about what you can do to keep yourself safe and what you can do to keep others safe too. It's super, super important. All right, shall we carry on with this very lovely book? We are reading Fantastic Mr. Fox. You'll remember that Mr. Fox last week, poor thing, had his tail shot off. I believe that was last week, possibly even the week before. He then last week dug a huge hole with his family as far as he could away from the three horrible farmers, Boggis, Bunce and Bean. They were digging down after him. The next chapter is called The Terrible Tractors. As the sun rose the next morning, Boggis and Bunce and Bean were still digging. They had dug a hole so deep you could have put a house in it. But they'd not yet come to the end of the fox's tunnel. They were all very tired and cross. "Dang and blast," said Boggis. "Whose rotten idea was this?" "Bean's idea," said Bunce. Boggis and Bunce both stared at Bean. Bean took another swig of cider, then put the flask back into his pocket without offering it to the others. "Listen," he said angrily. "I want that fox. I'm going to get that fox. I'm not giving in until I've strung him up over my front porch. Then as a dumpling." "We can't get him by digging, that's for sure," said the fat Boggis. "I've had enough of digging." Bunce, the little pot-bellied dwarf, looked up at Bean and said, "Have you got any more stupid ideas then?" "What?" said Bean. "I can't hear you." Bean never took a bath. He never even washed. As a result, his ear holes were clogged with all kinds of muck and wax and bits of chewing gum and dead flies and stuff like that. This made him deaf. "Speak louder," he said to Bunce, and Bunce shouted back, "Got any more stupid ideas?" They're not very nice to each other. Bean rubbed the back of his neck with his dirty finger. He had a boil coming up there and it itched. "What we need on this job," he said, "is machines. Mechanical shovels. We'll have him out of here in 5 minutes with mechanical shovels." This was a pretty good idea, and the other two had to admit it. "All right then," Bean said, taking charge. "Boggis, you stay here and see the fox doesn't escape. Bunce and I will go and fetch our machinery. If he tries to get out, shoot him quick." The long, thin Bean walked away. The tiny Bunce trotted after him. The fat Boggis stayed where he was, with his gun pointing at the foxhole. Soon, 2 enormous caterpillar tractors with mechanical shovels on their front ends came clanking into the wood. Bean was driving one, Bunce the other. The machines were both black. They were murderous, brutal-looking monsters. "Here we go then," shouted Bean. "Death to the fox!" shouted Bunce. The machines went to work, biting mouthfuls, huge mouthfuls of soil out of the hill. The big tree under which Mr. Fox had dug his hole in the first place was toppled like a matchstick. On all sides, rocks were sent flying and trees were falling, and the noise was deafening. Down in the tunnel, the foxes crouched, listening to the terrible clanging and banging overhead. "What's happening, Dad?" cried the small foxes. "What are they doing?" Mr. Fox didn't know what was happening or what they were doing. "It's an earthquake!" cried Mrs. Fox. "Look," said one of the small foxes, "our tunnel's got shorter. I can see daylight." They all looked around and, yes, the mouth of the tunnel was only a few feet away from them now, and in the circle of daylight beyond they could see the two huge black tractors almost on top of them. "Tractors!" shouted Mr. Fox. "And mechanical shovels! Dig for your lives! Dig, dig, dig!" Next chapter's called The Race. I look forward to that next week. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Don't forget, please, to check out the RNLI resources and keep as safe as you possibly can when you are ever near that beautiful water that's so close to us. I hope you have an absolutely brilliant, lovely week, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. All right, thank you for joining. Bye-bye.